Hi everyone, thanks for checking out this week's edition of the Startup Rundown. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Kevin Dahl, and I've been living and working in and around Calgary's tech scene for the last 15 plus years. I'm currently an advisor with Platform Calgary, and I'm also the co-founder of a startup called Everywork, a platform for people to discover and book desks in co-working spaces around them. It's kind of like Airbnb for co-working. Every weekend, I scour the interwebs looking for cool events happening in Calgary. My goal is that in 5 minutes or less, which is about as much time as it takes to pay your bills online, I can give you a rundown of all the cool things happening in our town. With so much happening in Calgary, I can't wait to see you at one of these events. All right, let's get started. We're getting things started early this week with an exciting event that I'm actually personally involved with here at Platform Calgary, the Alberta Yield Startup Panel. The Alberta Yield program is an ag tech and agri-food pre-accelerator, and as part of the program, we've opened up some of the panels to the public because they were just too good not to share. Our startup panel is stacked with some amazing startups here in Alberta, including Livestock Water Recycling, TrustBix, AgVisor Pro, and Provision Analytics. You'll hear from the founders on how they got started and what it's like to build an ag startup through a global pandemic. This is the first public panel put on by Alberta Yield, so make sure to check out the other sessions coming up on the website as well. Next up, Tuesday evening, we have some awesome automation testing with Coil Nandi. She's a QA expert who developed the UI test automation framework used by the majority of ATB. This event brings me back to a few years ago when I helped build up the QA team at Robots and Pencils. We had clients ask us all the time about automation testing, which can be really amazing, an amazing tool when you implement the right framework and processes to support it. This event is put on by the meetup group called Calgary Software Crafters, who are all about writing quality code that comes from deliberate practice. Wednesday morning, we have Peer Guidance, featuring another cool startup on their Telling It Like It Is live stream. This week we have Liz O'Connell, co-founder of Aerolytics, on the show. Aerolytics specializes in emissions management and regulatory compliance for the energy sector. They formed as a spin-off company from one of the largest gas emissions research groups in Canada, based out of St. Francis Xavier University. Given our focus on minimizing climate impacts, I can see why Aerolytics has been rapidly growing and recently completed an oversubscribed seed round of financing. Thursday night, make sure to check out Product Calgary's latest event featuring Mitch Gillespie from Thin Air Labs. Mitch is the Chief Growth Officer at Thin Air Labs and will be connecting the dots between product manager roles and all the aspects that you may be encountering within your business. Whether you're looking to get into a product management career or are already a product manager wanting to pro up your skills, this event will have what you're looking for. Mitch joined Thin Air Labs last year after spending 10 years in startup product management space. He's worked in fintech for both B2C and B2B companies, and aside from product management work, Mitch has taught for BrainStation, Product Faculty, and Mind the Product. You don't want to miss this event. And that's all I've got for this week. As always, I'm sure there are other events and workshops that I've missed out there, so if you're aware of one, please drop the details in the comments and we'll make sure to promote it within the community. That wraps things up for this week. Thanks again for watching. My name's Kevin Dahl, and that was your Startup Rundown.